Hi, welcome. This is Lara from Om 3 Yoga. Thank you for joining us today. And I'm going to recommend that you're going to grab a bath towel for some of what we're going to do today. So if you need to take a moment and go ahead and grab that, go for that. And if you have your towel or fabric ready, this is how it would look. And then we're going to just fold it in half to begin here. And then you're just going to fold it again. And then one more time. So you're creating almost like a little bit of a block or cushion for yourself. And you can fold it once more if you want. And we're gonna sit on that. So you can choose if you wanna sit with it either behind your knees, or if you wanna sit cross-legged position, that's fine too. So as you're kind of getting yourself ready here, another thing that if you want to, especially if your knees are a little bit tight, you can stick the towel or the fabric like right at the base of that in the crease, and it'll create a little bit of cushion for you. So wherever you decide to come to a comfortable seat, maybe allow your shoulders just to start to relax, allow your eyes to close, and just starting to take this time here for you today. So let's begin by just doing a simple check-in. Notice if there's anything in your body that doesn't feel great. So maybe, if you don't like the way that you're sitting, find something else to do. Don't be uncomfortable. And just maybe check and notice, is your mind kind of busy or is it quiet? Is it present? Just notice what's going on without judging. Maybe noticing your breath. Are you taking short breaths or is it a long breath? Is it quiet? Is it audible? Again, just noticing, not judging. And then perhaps maybe rolling your shoulders back or readjusting your head and neck a little bit. Again, adjusting in your body to see if you can find a little bit more space and ease. And then just notice if you're feeling anything. Is there any frustration or anxiety? Maybe some happiness or peace. Just notice what's there. And then let's gently, if it feels comfortable for you, you can bring your hands together at your heart center. You can bring the palms together, one hand on top of the other. Again, listening what feels good. And just giving yourself permission that this time is for you. And just honoring your body as you need to today. Take another really big deep breath in. And exhale, letting go. Beautiful. Let's inhale. If you are on the tops of the shins and feet like I am, we're going to inhale and just lift your arms up. If you're sitting cross-legged, maybe start to stretch your legs out. And then we're going to exhale and make our way to a tabletop position. We'll move the towel to the side unless if you need some support for underneath your knees. And we're going to do some stuff on our knees in a moment where you might need that. So just keeping it handy. So we'll start again in tabletop, shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. We're going to begin with some cat-cows. So let's roll the shoulders back, inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, you'll round through the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale, let's roll the shoulders back, lengthen and look up. Exhale, let's round through the spine, chin to the chest. Once again, inhaling and exhale. Let's inhale, find a flat back, and we're going to start to sink your hips towards your heels. You can lift your tailbone up or tuck it down, see what feels better for your back. Explore. Maybe resting your forehead into the ground. You can stack your hands or you can use your towel. And just letting yourself rest here in child's pose and giving yourself permission that anytime you need to come back to this shape during our practice, that you have permission to do so. Just keep breathing. 2, And one. Now from here, we're going to inhale, lift your body up a little bit. Let's bring your knees perhaps a little bit wider today. We're going to extend your right arm forward and then start to bring your left arm underneath the right. And then if you want, you can start to sink your hips down, maybe looking underneath that right arm, lifting that right elbow towards the sky. Just taking a little stretch from here, noticing how it feels for your shoulder, maybe your back, your neck, maybe noticing sensations in the hips and adjusting if you need to, giving yourself permission. Let's take a really big deep breath here through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Once again. One more time. Beautiful. Let's press through that right hand. We're going to inhale, reach your left arm back up, readjust your body to tabletop for a moment. We're going to inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to the chest. Beautiful. Let's inhale. You're going to come find a flat back again. Bring the knees a little bit wider, big toes together. We'll sink your hips back just a little bit. And now sliding that right arm underneath the left and maybe lowering that right shoulder down, maybe your head down. You can kind of lift that left elbow up a little bit if that feels good for your body. And then adjusting as you need to. Notice, do you feel it in the same place as you did on the other side? Does it feel different on this side? Like I felt a lot in my shoulder on the last side, and this side I'm feeling more in my hip. So notice, where are you feeling things in your body? Maybe you feel it in your back, maybe it's in your neck, maybe it's in the tops of your feet. And just notice. Keep breathing. Let's take a couple inhales through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again. One more time. Beautiful. We're going to press through that left hand. Inhale. Let's make our way back to tabletop. We're going to inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale. Let's round through the spine, chin to the chest. So from here, we're going to come grab our towel again, and you're going to fold it so just that short, and if the towel is like open, the short end would be at top. We're going to come and you're going to roll that. So I like to roll the folding edges in, or the edges in, and so the folded edge is at this side. It's just a little bit softer. But do what is easy for you. Not a lot of drama here. Just kind of rolling that up. Kind of let it look like a noodle. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to place that sort of in the middle of the mat. And then we're going to support our hips in a back bend. So you're going to bring your hips like right onto the towel. And some of you this might be a little bit sensitive. Just notice. If you don't like it, you can always take it down. And we're going to slide your elbows underneath your shoulders for Sphinx shape. And what I'd like you to do here is maybe bring the feet a little bit wider. You can kind of press the pelvis down so you can readjust your hips. And then you're going to roll the shoulders back, pull the sternum forward, and then pull the back of the head back. And just notice how that feels for your body. And breathing here, maybe let your eyes close. Noticing the sensations. Perhaps notice, what does it feel like under your hands? Is your hands on your mat? Or is it carpet? And maybe you have tile or wood floor. Just notice, what are your hands touching? Noticing your forearms, your elbows, what's happening in the shoulders, the neck. Maybe notice the jaw. You can move your jaw around a little bit. Maybe stick the tongue out. Stretch. The tongue is so interesting to me. It's a muscle and an organ. So taking a moment, kind of notice what's going on in the back. Do you need to readjust your hips at all, or feel your glutes engage, pressing through the tops of the legs and the feet? Just noticing what's happening in the body. Taking a few more breaths here. Let's take a really big inhale and exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Let's slide your elbows out to the side and just let your body rest here, turning your head to the right. So just kind of noticing how it feels different with the hips supported. Sometimes if our lower back is tight, this is kind of a nice way to support it. So again, a few more breaths here. And then as you're ready, let's turn your head the opposite direction. Breathing. Just noticing, adjusting, and shifting as you need to. And just listening within what's happening. Is your breath rate changing? Are there different things moving in your body? Just being aware. And then we're going to slowly bring your head back to neutral. We'll slide your elbows underneath your shoulders again so you can come back to that Sphinx shape if that feels good, or if you want, pressing through the hands and maybe straightening the arms this time. And so wherever you're at, just notice kind of what are your hands touching, what's going on in the arms. Can you soften into the shoulders? Maybe notice what's happening in the back of the head, the neck, and the jaw. It's all kind of connected there. Pulling the sternum through, perhaps noticing what's going on in the legs. How does that affect the hips? What's going on in the glutes and your lower back? Can you squeeze like you have to hold to go to the bathroom? 1 and 2. 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to gently soften once again. Beautiful. Let's slide your hands under the shoulders. We're going to press to tabletop shape. So we're gonna come back to this shape with the towel, but I want for now, because we're gonna do some stuff on our knees, we're just gonna fold it so you have some support underneath your knees, because we're gonna be here for a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna turn just to begin here. So what you're gonna do is extend from tabletop, you're gonna extend your right leg back, you'll curl your right toes under, and then stretch your calf back. Just feeling that big stretch in the back of the leg. Breathing here. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to lift the leg up. You're going to turn your toes to the side. You're going to try to kick the right leg to the right, feeling that beautiful sensation in the hip. And then you're going to bring your foot down. So getting your heel, if you can, in line with your hip. And you're going to try to get your toes forward. If that doesn't feel good to your knee, always point the toes out or in, listening to your body. You're going to curl your back left toes under, so the toes that are with the bent leg, and then we're going to sink your hips back towards your heel. Perhaps feeling a stretch into the inner thigh or the groin area a little bit. You can gaze between the thumbs, you can look up a little bit, so notice what feels better for your body. 3, I'm going to adjust the screen just a little bit so you can see my hands. 2, and 1. Let's inhale. We're going to come up. Now, you're going to bend your right knee. So you're going to try to get a 90-degree angle with your knee and your heel, and again with your hip. So again, imagine. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to start to sink your hips towards that right heel. You're probably feeling a big stretch. Let's come out of that. And then we're going to exhale, come back in again. And then inhale back out. One more time, we're going to exhale. And inhaling. Beautiful. From here, keeping your left hand under your shoulder, let's reach your right arm to the sky. Feeling your shoulder up and up. And then if it would feel good for you, you can turn your thumb back and maybe bring your hand behind your back and roll the shoulders back a little bit. Perhaps lean your head back. Just kind of noticing, how does this feel for your body? Adjusting if you need to. Know whatever you're doing it right. 2, and 1. Now we're going to go ahead and bring your right hand on your right thigh. We'll lift up. And then let's bring your right forearm down. And then we'll lift your left arm overhead, taking a side stretch. Beautiful. It might feel good here to bend the elbow and bring your hand behind your head. Squeeze your elbow towards your head and then press your head back into your hand. Feel your head lean back a little bit more. Maybe feeling more of a stretch in that armpit on that left side, perhaps in the shoulder or down the rib cage. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to gently, from here, lower your left hand now under your shoulder. You can reach your right arm to the sky. You can keep that right leg bent, or maybe stretch it out and reach your arm overhead. So see what feels better for your body. Keep breathing wherever you are. Feeling a sense of opening and releasing and shifting. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale. We'll come all the way up. Let's bring your knees together. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your arms up. We're going to turn your palms forward and bend your elbows out to the side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, back up. Curling your toes under perhaps. You can bring your hands on your hips, lean back, lift your heart up, or maybe your hands on your heels. So listen again, what feels good. Let's take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, stick out your tongue. So give yourself permission. Clear out your throat, open up your lungs, your chest. Let's do that once again. One more time. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your arms high. We're going to exhale, lower your hands back onto the mat, tabletop shape. So let's inhale, lengthen and look up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, you'll round to the spine, chin to the chest. Beautiful. So we're going to start now with the left leg. You're going to curl your left toes under, and then you'll stretch your heel back, feeling that calf muscle stretch back. So starting on the mat here, just keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to lift your leg up. Now you're going to turn your left toes to the left, and we're going to bring your left leg to the side. See if you can get your heel in line with your hip. I know that's a little tight area there. We're going to bring that foot down. You're going to bring your toes forward. You might need to wiggle your hips. I got a little stuck there. And then we're going to gently curl the right toes under, and you're going to sink your hips back. So feeling that stretch perhaps into the inner thigh, the inner groin a little bit. Just noticing, observing. You can look between your thumbs, feeling your shoulders broaden, or maybe lift your head up a little bit. Just keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale. We'll come up. Now we're going to turn your toes to the side. So you have a 90-degree angle here kind of happening as best as you can imagine. And then we're going to exhale. Sink your hips towards that left heel. Ooh, tight on this side. We're going to inhale, come back up. We're going to do that 2 more times. So let's exhale. So hopefully noticing a little bit of opening here. Inhale back up. And once again, exhale. Beautiful. And inhaling. Now we're going to keep your right hand under the shoulder. Let's reach your left arm to the sky. Beautiful. Just feeling this opening, feeling your shoulders stack, maybe your chest broaden a little bit. Just reaching and extending, finding more space in your body. Keep breathing. 2, and 1. Now we're going to gently bring your left hand on your thigh just to help you up. We'll inhale, lift up. We'll bring your forearm on your thigh, and then we're going to reach your right arm overhead. And then you can stay here. It might feel good to bend the elbow, bring the hand behind the head, squeeze the elbow towards the head, and then press the head into the hand. And just noticing where you feel that stretch. I feel a big side stretch on my right side. Where are you feeling sensation? And then press down so you're not collapsing. So find the space. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale. We're going to slowly lift up. We're going to gently bring your right hand down. We'll lift your left arm up. So this might be a big stretch for you, or you can also stretch your leg out and reach your arm overhead. So what does your body need here? Keep breathing wherever you're going. Just noticing, feeling space in your body, appreciating where you are here and now, whatever your body is doing. 2, and 1. We're going to inhale. We're going to slowly come up. We'll bring your knees together. Beautiful. Let's inhale, lift the arms up. We'll turn your palms forward, bend the elbows out to the side, squeeze the shoulders together. Inhale, let's lift up. And then you can either bring your hands onto your hips, lean back a little bit, or maybe reach for your heels. Lift the heart up. Let's take an inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Maybe stick out that tongue, opening up the throat. So if that's hard for you to do, I always remind people, imagine you're driving and someone just cut you off. Wouldn't you like to do this to them? So you can inhale, exhale out. Speak your truth. It's much better than you might really say. One more time. Inhale, let's come all the way back up. Shake it out a little bit. And let's bring your hands down on the ground. You can either find a tabletop. You might want to move your towel out of the way. You can keep it right where it was if that's helpful. So finding tabletop child's pose or downward facing dog. And just start to walk and stretch your legs out a little bit. Breathing. And again, if you are in child's pose, let yourself rest and just notice how that feels for your body. If you're in tabletop, maybe move a little bit. So explore, what does your body need here? And keep breathing. 2 and 1. Now let's gaze between the thumbs. You're going to walk your feet to the front of the mat. We'll inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, let's slowly fold forward. We're going to stay here in a forward fold for a few moments. So maybe bring your feet a little bit wider apart. See if you can get the feet so they're parallel, so the big toes are going the same-ish direction. Maybe your side edges of the feet are parallel to the sides of the mat. You can bend your knees, chin to the chest, maybe grabbing onto your elbows, or you can interlace your hands behind your back. So observing what's going to feel good here for your body right here, right now. Just keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to gently bend the knees. We'll press through the feet. We'll stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Maybe roll the shoulders back. You can keep your hands here or always bring your arms alongside your body, maybe palms forward. So just taking a moment, maybe close your eyes, perhaps noticing some different sensations going on in your body. We just kind of rose up maybe a little bit quickly, so you might feel a little bit lightheaded. Some ways to kind of clear that quickly is if you inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We'll do that 3 times together if you choose. Again. One more time. And then let's bring your arms alongside your body, palms forward if they're not already there. And just feel some energy again tingling through the body. And then notice, does your stance feel steady? Is it wobbly? Are you grounded? Are there sensations in your body? Are you leaning more to the right or the left? What's happening without judging? Without needing anything to be different, just being aware. And then whenever you're ready, we're just going to shake out. So just shake everything. Shake your head, shake your neck, shake your hands, maybe shake your feet. You think your eyes open. Beautiful. All right. And then we're going to come back to standing. From here, we'll inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. We're going to exhale, bend the knees, hinge from your hips, fold forward, chin to the chest. Lift the arms to the sky. If you can, maybe interlace your hands behind your back, stretch your shoulders out. Shake your head and neck out, yes and no. Maybe you'll have some pops along the way. 2 and 1. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to bring your hands down on either side of the feet. Let's step your left foot back into a lunge. Really pressing and extending through that left leg today. Feeling your inner thighs start to squeeze together. We'll inhale, bring the hands onto the hips. Feeling your hips square off, so maybe lowering that right hip down a little bit, pulling the left hip forward. Perhaps a slight bend deeper into that right knee as long as it doesn't bother your back. Squeeze like you have to hold to go to the bathroom. Find the steadiness in the foundation and then maybe reach the arms to the sky. 2 and 1. We're going to lower your hands down either side of your foot. We'll press through the right foot, lift your left leg high. 2 and 1. You're going to bring your left foot down to meet your right, folding forward. Let's inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, you're going to fold forward once again. Inhale, reach your arms all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause. Let's inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, you're going to bend the knees, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Let's reach your arms high again. If you interlaced your hands the last time, try to do it again and bring your opposite thumb on top if you can remember, or the one that feels a little strange. Pulling your hands away from the hips, shake your head and neck out, yes and no. Just breathing, 2 and 1. We're going to release the hands, slight bend in the knees, hands on either side of the feet. We'll step your right foot back. Really press and extend through that right leg, feeling the inner thighs squeeze together. Find the foundation. We'll inhale, bring your hands on your hips. Thank goodness for my wall here. You're going to pull your right hip forward, left hip back a little bit. Feel that right leg engage, bending into the left knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. Keep breathing. 2 and 1. We're going to exhale, lower the hands down. You'll press through that left foot, lift your right leg high, standing split. Exhale, right foot down to meet the left, fold forward. Okay, Missy, goodbye. Goodbye. Sorry, that's old lady cat. Okay, we're going to inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Give yourself a sweet smile. Let's inhale, lift your arms up high. We're going to bend your right elbow. Grab hold of that with the left hand. Your right hand can kind of just dangle if that feels okay. We're going to stretch over to the left. 2 and 1. We'll lift back up. Now, right hand on that left elbow. We'll lean over to the right, stretching to the left. Breathing, 2 and 1. Coming back to neutral, lifting up. Maybe find your tippy toes for a moment. 2. Give yourself a smile. And 1. We're going to lower the heels down, hands to the heart. We'll come bend your knees. And then let's reach your arms up for Uttakatasana. 2 and 1. You're going to lower your hands down, fold forward. Beautiful. Let's step your left foot back again. Maybe left foot flat this time. If it's better on the ball of the foot, please listen to that. Slight bend in the right knee. We're going to inhale, bring your hands on your hips, kind of feel your hips realign. So feeling the hips sort of square off a little bit. Press and extend through that left leg. Maybe bend a little deeper in the knee. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. 2 and 1. Now we're going to straighten the leg, arms alongside the body. Let's step the left foot up a little bit so you can kind of square off, both legs straight now. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. You're going to bring your hands together, bending into the right knee, and then bend the elbows, tap the back of the head or shoulders. Inhale, straighten the leg, and then we're going to fold forward a little bit. Trying to bring your nose towards your knee. If that's available, maybe you're holding on to your leg. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to step that left foot to meet the right, fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pausing, breathing, noticing. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, lift back up. Exhale, we're going to take a bend into the knees, reach the arms for Uttakatasana if you can, chair pose, 2 and 1. We'll fold forward. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and step that right leg back this time. Ball the foot or foot flat, up to you. Slight bend into the left knee. Find the foundation. We'll inhale. Bring your hands on your hips. Maybe pull that right hip forward. Pull the left hip back. Engage that right leg. Perhaps bending a little bit deeper into the left leg as long as you're not crunching in your back. We'll inhale. Reach your arms up. Beautiful. Warrior A, 2, and 1. Now we're going to straighten the leg. Lower your arms down. We'll step that right leg up a little bit. Both legs straight here. You might need to bring your hands to your hips again. We'll inhale, lift the arms up, bending into the knee. You're going to bend the elbows, tap the back of the head or shoulders. Inhale, straighten the leg, lift up. Exhale, hands down, nose towards your knee. Keep breathing here, noticing and softening. 2 and 1. Beautiful. You're going to take a slight bend in that front leg, bringing your feet together to meet. Inhale, let's look up halfway. Folding forward. Step your feet back, downward dog. Inhale, let's find plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to do one more little set standing, and then we'll come back on the ground and use our towel and our prop again to bring more ease and rest into the body. So when you're ready, you can walk, jump, fly, hop, skip your feet to the front of the mat. We'll come all the way back to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, so let's come take a wide step from here, and we're going to turn your toes out, heels in, and we'll bring your hands on your thighs. You'll kind of sink in to your hips a little bit. Beautiful. All right, let's bring your right hand to your hip. You're going to reach your left arm overhead, maybe bending a little bit more today. So listen, what feels good? 2 and 1. Let's come to the other side. Beautiful. 2 and 1. We're going to inhale. Let's come all the way up. You're going to bring your feet parallel. We'll fold forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's inhale, press through the feet. We'll bend in the knees, come all the way up. And then let's find a warrior B right side. We're going to inhale, straighten the leg, reach and lengthen back. And then let's bend back into the knee, forearm on your thigh. Bringing your left hand behind your back today and just roll the left shoulder back. 2 and 1. Now you're going to reach that left arm back. You're going to come to warrior B. Inhale, straighten the legs, feet parallel. Warrior B, left side. Beautiful. Inhale, we'll reach and lengthen back. And then exhale, bending back into the knee, forearm on the thigh, taking that right hand behind the back. Roll the right shoulder back. Feeling that space in your body. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come back up, lifting all the way up. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale all the way up. Last thing from here. You're going to turn your right toes out a little bit. You're going to just bend into the knee. Bring your nose toward your knee, hands on either side of the foot. You can stay right here. If you want, keep your left hand down, twisting maybe your right arm to the sky. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to lower your hand down, pressing through that right foot. You're going to inhale, sweep your arms up to the right. Come back to the center. We're going to turn your left toes out and then bending into the knee, nose to the knee, hands on either side of that foot. Keep breathing. If you want, you can keep your right hand down. Maybe lift your left arm to the sky. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to lower your hands down, press through the feet. We'll inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, feet together, hands to the heart. Yay. All right. So let's come back to the front of the mat. We're going to inhale, lift your arms up. We'll take one more vinyasa. If you don't want to do the up dog, down dog, just stay in a forward fold. So you can either exhale and fold forward. If you want to join me, we'll step your legs back to plank. Let's take chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, we're going to all come down to a seated shape. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab your towel again, and then we're going to roll it. So how we had it a little bit earlier, that shorter side of the towel, you're going to roll that in. So the fold is on the other side. All right. And then what we're going to do from here today is, so you'll do one of two things. If you're pretty flexible, you're going to slide this underneath your knees just to support the back of the knees a little bit and fold forward. If it's not easy for you to straighten the legs and fold forward, my recommendation for you is to actually take it underneath your sitting bones. And this might feel good either way. You can bend the legs and come fold forward, or straighten the legs as you fold forward. What's happening here with the towel, so if it's underneath your knees, it's kind of supporting the backs of your knees. There's some acupressure points here. It's kind of a nice place to give a little love to. But or it's helping you tilt the tailbone or the pelvis. So we want the tailbone kind of imagining going up instead of down, because that kind of overstretches those back muscles. And we want to feel them contract a little bit, even though we're folding forward. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to inhale. You'll slowly start to come up. All right. So from here, we are going to use the towel again. You're going to bend your right leg to the side, and you'll bring your left knee right behind it. So again, like the knee would be kind of in line with the hip, and maybe the shin more parallel to the front of the mat. We're going to take this roll, and then now you're going to fold it in half. If your hip is a little bit tender, you're going to keep it this way. If your hips are kind of open, sometimes you might need a little bit more. We're going to slide that under your hip, and then you're going to come lay on the side. So you can kind of bring your arm or your head on that upper arm, or if you want, you can reach your other arm overhead, or maybe you're just going to rest here. So you're putting a little bit of pressure. And if you remember earlier when we were working to the hips, there's that little muscle on the side that maybe cramped up a little bit. We stretched our leg out to the side. It's called the piriformis muscle. And it's one of those, it's a little teeny muscle. It's like smaller than your pinky finger, but it's really tight, can get really tight for people who sit a lot, or if you like run or you bike ride. There's just different exercises that get that really tight, and we're just bringing a little pressure into that to feel it open. So taking just a few more breaths here. It might feel nice for your side waist as well. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to bring your hand under your chest. We'll lift all the way up. And we're going to do this the other direction. So whether you just rotate your legs to the other side like me, or you move your body. So up to you. But again, we're going to start to bring that left knee so it's in line with the hip. Your right thigh is kind of back touching your left foot, and maybe that right shin is to the side of the mat. So, and we'll place the towel as close as you can to your hip, and then we're going to stretch that left arm out And I'm going to need to adjust it a little bit on this side, and then you're going to come lay down. And again, you can bring your hand in front of your chest or maybe reach over. So listening to what feels good and just pausing here. And you'll probably notice that there's a big difference from side to side. So let your body shift. So I'm going to have to like move mine a little bit because it feels not 100% how I want it to. And we want to bring in more ease into the body and less strain. So just give yourself permission to adjust as you need to and breathe. Just softening and noticing the breath, the inhale and the exhale. And notice, does it feel different from the beginning of the class? Maybe it feels easier to breathe. Just being aware. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly, slowly lift up. Beautiful. From here, we're going to, let's take your soles of your feet together, knees apart. It might feel interesting to take the blanket or your towel kind of underneath your feet. I kind of like to wrap my feet. Feels good for my body, but listen to what feels good for your ankles. And then we're going to fold forward from here. And just noticing how this feels. You can, again, you can sit on that roll on your hips if it's going to help you find the front of the sitting bones a little bit better. So just, explore. And it's nice to offer the body different things so we don't get too stuck in a rut of doing one thing, because the reality is things are always shifting and changing. And so we just honor our body where we are today. What can our body do today here in this moment? What is it willing to do? And then ask yourself, what do you need? 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to inhale and we're going to slowly, slowly start to come up. My goodness, the time is flying. Okay, so we're going to make our way onto the ground. Keep this roll handy. We're going to use it in a few moments. So from here, we're going to come lay on your back. So just gently making your way down slowly, and we'll squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Rocking from side to side. Yay. How's your body feeling? Is it different from when we began? Ah, beautiful. Let's bring your feet on the ground. You're going to reach your arms overhead, stretching the back out a little bit. Maybe imagining that you're kind of reaching your arms from side to side and finding a little bit more space in the body. Beautiful. And then let's gently bring the arms alongside the body, letting everything soften. Beautiful. And readjusting yourself. And then once again, we're going to inhale, reach your arms overhead. And now this time we're going to press through the feet and maybe lift your hips off the ground as you lower your arms alongside your body. And maybe imagine your hands can reach for your heels, or you can interlace your hands to roll the shoulders underneath you. Feel the chin move away from the chest. Maybe lift the hips a little bit higher. Feeling that back bend, maybe feeling a stretch into the hip flexors. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to gently lower the body down. Softening. Let's try that once again. When you're ready, if you choose, let's reach your arms overhead. Inhale. And exhale, we'll bring your arms down, lift your hips up, rolling your shoulders underneath you. Just keep breathing. It's welcoming ease within your body. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly, slowly soften. Fantastic. Let's inhale, reach your arms overhead again, and just feel that lower back maybe stretch away from the ground. Press your tailbone into the ground this time. And then we're going to squeeze your knees towards your chest, arms wrap around those legs, twisting or moving your back a little bit. We're going to twist in just a second. My mouth got ahead of my mind, or our bodies. Does that ever happen? I'm sure it does. So let's reach your arms to the side. Now you can either drop both knees over to the left, twisting any way that is going to feel good for you. I'm going to cross my right knee over my left knee today as I twist, maybe shifting the hips to the right a little bit. You can turn your head to the right. Just listening. How does your body feel? Do you need to do something different? It is okay to do something that's going to nurture you. So finding that ease within yourself. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly, slowly start to readjust your body. And let's do that the other way. So we'll bring your left knee now over the right knee. And now we're going to drop the knees over to the right, however that works. Maybe turning your head to the left. Again, just breathing here. Feeling softening and letting go. 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to inhale and lift your knees back up. And we're going to readjust your body. Beautiful. All right, so let's bring the arms alongside the body from here. Now, you can either just lift both legs to the sky, might feel good if you have a wall that you want to reach your legs up, or if you'd like to do a plow pose, maybe bringing the feet over the head, as long as you don't have anything with your neck or shoulder stand. So maybe bringing those feet over the head. You can roll your shoulders underneath you, and then maybe extending the legs to the sky for a few moments, wherever you're at. And maybe wiggling your toes and moving your ankles around, just kind of noticing. You can maybe lower one leg down and lift it back up. So what feels good? Maybe you're lifting both legs down. Maybe you're stretching your back out a little differently. Maybe you're bringing your legs wide to the side. So play just for a few more moments. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring the feet back over the head. Stretching. And then gently, gently lowering down. One vertebra at a time. Stretching your legs out. We'll do one last thing, and then we're going to get ready with our prop, our towel today, and Shavasana in just a moment. So let's press through those forearms. You're going to lift your chest up. Maybe let your head fall back. Let's inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Again. One more time. Beautiful. All right. So here's, to me, one of the most delicious things with this towel. So, depending on what's going on for your back, you might want to place it in the middle of your mat. If you want to watch just both things, and then you can decide in a second. You can bring it like right to the edge of the tush. And then you're going to just let this whole towel support your spine and maybe the head, and reach your arms to the side. That might feel really good for you. It might be a little intense for some of you. The other thing that you can do that might be a little bit more gentle is to actually take the towel roll just under and take it wide on your mat, so it's lengthwise, or so it's width and not length. And you're going to bring it right under the shoulders, and then maybe reach the arms, kind of the shoulders over, and it'll help Feel that chest and shoulders open up. So either way, you're working with opening up the shoulders here and supporting your back. So listen to what feels good for you. If you don't like either one, then don't do it. Or maybe slide it underneath your knees or your head. So just listen. And then whenever you're ready, if there's anything else your body needs, give yourself permission to do so. Or just let your body come to resting on the support, letting your eyes close. As you begin to welcome a sense of ease within. And so taking a moment as we begin here just to observe the joints of the body. So maybe notice your jaw. Can you feel your lower jaw release away from the upper jaw? Can you welcome a sense of ease into the neck joint? And just spending a moment here at the shoulders, perhaps welcoming this sense of opening into the shoulders. As you start to feel the support for your spine. And as we support our spine, we can allow the muscles of the back to start to release and unwind, letting gravity help relax the muscles of the back. Feel softening into the hip joint. Into the knees. And then just inviting all of the joints in the body to release. And then taking a moment to connect with your breath. And see if you can imagine that you can breathe through the sole of the left foot, through the left leg, all the way through the left side of the body to the top of the head. And then we're going to exhale down through the right side. So from the head to the right side of the body, down the leg, out through the foot. And then inhaling through the sole of the right foot, all the way up the right side of the body to the top of the head. And then exhaling down the left side. Inhaling through the left side, exhaling through the right, and then inhale through the right and exhale through the left. So just try that on your own for a few times, just following this flow of breath moving through your body. See if we can kind of direct the energy. Just notice. Notice if you feel the sensation. Is it easier to breathe on one side than the other? Is there opening? Is there any places that feel more challenging? Just notice. And then you can allow the breath to go unless if it's soothing for you. And then let's take a few moments to bring our awareness to the center of the chest. And as you bring your awareness in the center of the chest, notice if it feels like there's an opening. Is there maybe a pulsing, a vibrating, maybe nothing? Just noticing what's there, bringing your awareness there for a few moments. Maybe there's a feeling or a color, a word. And if the mind gets distracted at all, you can always bring it back to the breath. So I'm going to read to you a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. If we are peaceful, if we are happy, we can smile and blossom like a flower. And everyone in our family, our entire society, will benefit from our peace. So just as you rest here for another moment, perhaps connecting with just a moment of peace. It can be a fraction of a millisecond. Just welcome that sensation in. And knowing that the more we give ourselves permission to connect with that peace within, the more we can connect with it when it's a little bit more challenging. We begin to remember. So before moving or doing anything, maybe just noticing the sensation of the hands. Maybe notice if they're touching something. What does it feel like? Maybe you feel the air on your hands. And just notice what's happening in the arms and the shoulders, the head and neck. What's happening in the torso, front and back, the legs and the feet. And can you just feel your face soften and relax? Let's gently just bring your hands, if it feels okay, to the center of the chest. Either one hand on top of the other or palms together, up to you. And maybe feeling a warmth of your hands at your heart. And just say thank you to you. Thank your body, thank your breath, thank your mind, thank this time you've taken out for you. And thank you so much for letting me guide you today. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day. I look forward to we meet again. Namaste. Let yourself start to reawaken as you're ready.